years, the Utah Mammoth. Edmonton's second visit here, and that man's first ever start against Utah, Tristan Jarry, who has been on the shelf since being beaten by Dallas a couple of weeks ago, looking for a quality start tonight against Carl Vejmelka. Now, not a lot of people know about this guy, but he leads the league in starts, second in wins. He's been a rock for the Mammoth, who are right in the thick of things in the Western Conference and Central Division. A lot of speculation about Connor McDavid. Of course he's going to play. He's on the plane. He's going to play. Mackenzie Weegar, we talked to head coach Andre Torini, and he said Weegar, a seamless fit in the 3 weeks he's been a member of the Utah Mammoth. So we're ready. Barrett Hayton against Connor McDavid. The opening puck drop, and we're underway in a matchup of two teams who have not seen one another in nearly 5 months. Edmonton shrugged off an early 2-0 deficit and won 6-3. McBain went for a big hit on Podkolzin.
That's a bad collision between two players.
Weegar off to Sergachev up the left-hand side. McDavid actually went off balance into the Utah net as the Oilers worked their way into the offensive zone. Doesn't look any worse for wear. McDavid, for the first time since his birthday, January the 13th, arrives in town, not leading the league in points. Kucherov currently at 120. McDavid enters with 116. A dump in, and Vejmelka will lay it up the right-hand side. Lawson Krause off to Nick Schmaltz, to Clayton Keller, and back to Schmaltz. 2 goals, including the OT winner in Utah's last game, a win over the LA Kings. A clear by Szymanski, and here comes Kasperi Kapanen for the Oilers, who beat the Mammoth 6-3 back in October after again spotting Utah an early 2-goal lead. The Mammoth under control. Nate Schmidt did not finish the game on Sunday. He was sick, but was able to practice today, and he's ready, as Utah has been a healthy club for much of the year. Logan Cooley at the line, poke checked away by Zach Hyman, and here comes an opening and a quick shot. Snapped off the rush by Rosovic, wide. Woolman over. Emerson, his shot doesn't reach the net. Cut off by former Edmonton Oil King Dylan Gunther, a career-high 34 goals this year. He'll double chase. Emerson guides it, but not out. Sean Dursey off to Ian Cole, the veteran, and that pinballed around off a few bodies. Paterka had it and lost it to Woolman, and the Oilers will carry it out of the zone. Edmonton coming off that 5-2 setback to Tampa on Saturday. Little deceptive, even strength. It was an even hockey game, but the Oilers gave up a power play goal and then the backbreaker, Louis. I think you'd agree with me, mid-second period, the shorthanded goal as Kerfoot pokes a puck out of play.
After some great chances for Edmonton in that game against Tampa Bay. Quick start here for both of these teams, and Barrett Hayton takes the worst of this collision with his own teammate, Jack McBain, who's already wearing the full shield. He went right down the tunnel for the Utah Mammoth. We'll keep an eye on that. That's Andre Torini. There's the spill by McDavid you were talking about. So an awkward start for both sides. McDavid looks like he's fine. We have not seen number 27 for Utah come back on the bench yet, which is a big miss, as Andre Torini told us this morning. That's the checking centerman he was going to put up against McDavid. That's why he was starting the game against number 97.
And that's the matchup you were talking about on the plane yesterday in terms of Utah's emerging go-to shutdown line. Kerfoot in across the line. The Mammoth enter having won 3 of their last 4. This was a club that was under 500 as recently as January, went on an 8-0-1 run and have been solid contenders ever since. They're in the wild card, and they've got a 5-point push entering tonight. Lead pass, John Moreno. Originally drafted by the Oilers, never signed. McBain a quick ditch, and Carcone was stopped point blank by Tristan Jarry. The start you'd think would be the key for Jarry, whose last start did not go well as Dallas got to him early, scoring 3 times in the first period.
Looks like Big Jack McBain's going to head right to the center position on the checking line for Torini.
Which is not the worst alternative in the world.
Centerman, and he's played there before.
Carcone checked off the puck by Ekholm. Savoy whips it over to Bouchard across, but Cole's on Ekholm, and it's a reset for Edmonton. Opener of just a 2-game trip for the Oilers, who come off a 2-2 homestand as the puck climbs over the plexi. 3.5 minutes.
Only shot so far has been a pretty sharp angle shot by Michael Carconi right here as he zips this one through a little bit of a screen on Tristan Jarry. First start in a couple of weeks, good to feel the puck for Jarry. And you know, this is a veteran goaltender that's been around for a little while. He understands this is an opportunity. He praised Connor Ingram for stepping in there and really making a case and holding the fort, but he knows he's got to be better, wants to go in there and have a strong performance against the Mammoth.
Ingram 5 consecutive starts prior to tonight. Jarry's only win since January 26th was in relief at Colorado. A big win to be sure. Here's Kapanen against Ian Cole, driving hard left side. Held in, released out the versatile veteran Ian Cole, now in his 16th year with his 9th different hockey club. Sean Dursey plays it up the right-hand side. Josh Szymanski credited for that strange goal and an early 24th birthday present for him. One that scored it off a Tampa stick and through Vasilevsky. Big hit on Logan Cooley by Jason Dickinson.
That's a solid hit. A little words exchange there between Dickinson and Cooley.
Cooley's had an injury plague campaign. They love him. Signed him to a big ticket last year. Indeed. Murphy, last calendar year, actually. We've just seen Logan Cooley in Edmonton on October, just days after he signed that new deal.
65 points last year for Cooley, and only his second year. He's 21 years of age, so this is a player that's going to get better each and every year. You're right, he's had a real difficult year this year with injuries, but a talented young player that has a ton of skill. And him and Dylan Guenther, the leading goal scorer for the Mammoth with 34, they have a great chemistry developing already early on in their careers.
Ivan landed a big hit. Edmonton's been physical here in the first 5 minutes.
It's important they defended well here too, Jack, and that's been the topic of discussion here for the Edmonton Oilers. Buckling down, being defensive. They really haven't allowed the Utah Mammoth any time in the zone.
Henrique gets it back from Max Jones, takes a shot that's deflected out of play behind Vejmelka.
This period brought to you by James H. Brown Accident Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters in injury law.
Well, this is the time of year that things just seem to ratchet up. And for Jason Dickinson, this is just a really good shoulder-to-chest hit on Logan Cooley, a youngster, 21 years of age. Dickinson's known for being a checker, for being physical, and he's going to match up against Cooley. That's who Andre Torini wants to match up against the Dickinson line. He makes his presence felt early in this one with a big hit, and they had a conversation all the way back to the respective benches.
Savoy jumps in to take the face-off, and we've seen that on his strong side when he's out there with McDavid and Picolson. A clear by Utah through the middle. Oilers 34, 28-9. Quick drive off the rush by Savoy is held by Vejmelka. Edmonton's first shot on net.
Not a bad one. Use a screen for Savoy. Back on the line with McDavid and Podkolzin here. And a nice hard pass right up the middle by Ekholm, and he uses Uyghur's a little bit of a screen. Vejmelka swallows that one up. Nothing left over.
Oilers a point out of second place entering tonight. They're 5 points out of the division lead. They're also getting help from Winnipeg. Right now the Jets have a 3-1 lead after 2 against Vegas. So again, a chance for the Oilers, who, despite taking obviously a step back after a step forward last week, to get right back into the thick of things in their pursuit of their first division title since 1987. Schmaltz in on the forecheck. That's going to be grabbed by Jarry.
Wise decision there by Jarry. A good heads-up play by him. He saw that loose puck kind of floating out to the slot and said, nope, I'm going to grab onto it, hold onto it for a whistle. Veteran move by him, wants to feel the puck a little bit as well, but also helping out his defenseman Ekholm, who had kind of taken the long way to get that puck. And for Chris Knoblauch, again, it's about checking, about playing good defensively, about being connected as a unit. So far, so good early in this one.
And Chris Knoblauch has taken a page from Torini. He's on the road. He doesn't mind this Dickinson matchup against Utah's top line. So we're seeing some traditional matchup line type of scenarios from the two coaches. Dickinson wins the faceoff. Walman will leave it for Emberson. Whereas against Tampa, of course, McDavid went up against Kucherov's line, and it did not go well for the Oilers. Up the right-hand side, Kapanen. Krause crowding him. Lawson Krause, real bounce-back year for him. Well on his way to a fourth 20-goal season. John Marino tracked in the corner. Angled it off the boards to the captain, Clayton Keller. Nate Schmidt to Nick Schmaltz across to Keller. Swings it cross ice off of Schmidt. Kept alive by Krause. Szymanski defending Schmidt. And the puck pops loose. Kapanen eventually sees that puck ricochet off him and into the Oiler bench with 6 1/2 gone by in this first period. Well, Edmonton wanted to be physical early on the road. Dickinson, mission accomplished.
He did enter the NHL Player Assistance Program while he was with this franchise, and in talking to him, Louis and Jack, you know how open he is. First of all, wonderful to see him smile like that. Very deserving of getting honored for returning here. But the one thing he said, that the Edmonton Oilers, with Stan Bowman leading the way, not only helped change his career, but really helped change his life. And so I love to hear that from a goalie who's meant so much to the Edmonton Oilers.
Introspective guy and a pleasure to talk to.
Another easy guy to like, isn't he?
Yes, easy guy to root for. A clear by Clayton Keller, and here come the Mammoth. Krause tried to spin it, turned it over. Hyman nudged it a little bit too far for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, who had the overtime winner. The only prior game that Edmonton's played here, which was American Thanksgiving weekend last season. A shot by Nurse, that pinballed around, taken by Schmaltz on to Keller. And from the red line, he'll just scoop it in. Jari off to Darnell Nurse, and now Murphy to settle it down. Each team just one shot the first 7.5 minutes. And Louis, I get the feeling from you don't mind that.
I don't mind it at all, especially against Utah, a team that's fast, likes to get in aggressively, and early on has had great success against Edmonton.
Gunther creates a turnover. Peterka, quick shot. That was deflected. Bouchard stayed in the lane. Cooley on the rebound. He's smashed against the boards, and Podkolzin will carve it out of there. McDavid just missed Savoy. Sergachev back to play it to center. Evan Bouchard under control for Edmonton. McDavid across to Ekholm. A blast and a save. Amelka with no rebound. He's a right-handed catcher.
Carbon X, proud sustainability partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Every detail matters. Every effort counts, on and off the ice.
Now here's good defense, and as you mentioned, I don't mind this at all, the way Edmonton's playing early on here. They've made it frustrating a little bit for Utah, getting chances against, not many shots, and then the nice pass by McDavid finds Ekholm late, and he blasts that one on Vejmelka, as you mentioned, the right-handed glove.
Sixth time the Oilers match up against a goaltender who catches with his right hand. And of course, because we have a statistic for everything, there you go.
There you go. Able to find the back of the net on them. Not the greatest record, 500, but
in front, Jarventi unable to jam at home. Well, that was the goaltender's record, which actually means the Oilers have won 3 of 5.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's reversed it. I meant when you knew.
Yeah, there you go.
Sent in your read Kyler Yamamoto, the one-time Oiler. 5 seasons with Edmonton. 6, actually. Short of that rookie year. Marino had it redirected, and Nate Schmidt has to clamber back to pick it up for Utah. 8 1/2 gone by. No score. Lead pass McBain. Shot Carconi, and that flew over the crossbar, came off the plexi. Nugent-Hopkins waving at it from about the spot where he scored the game winner when Edmonton was here in November of 2024. Gunther makes a nifty move around Bouchard and jumped it. Ekholm got in the lane.
great stick.
Nugent-Hopkins able to win a battle and reverse back behind to Bouchard. Whenever Utah's had a sliver of daylight, Louis, it's been closed in a hurry. Nugent-Hopkins spooned one down low looking for Hyman. Dursey beset by injuries last year, and eventually it's Ian Cole who directs up to McBain. He gets hit by Hyman along the wall. Both teams making changes on the fly. Nurse will gather and shoot it in. Dickinson popped off a stick. Szymanski first to reach the puck for Edmonton. Dickinson, little reverse to create some space against Sergachev, but the puck eventually dislodged, and now Keller and Schmaltz are at it again. They've been playing together for several years now, dating back to when this franchise was located in Arizona. Keller to Schmaltz. Up top, Marino. Schmaltz back to Marino. That's going to be stolen by Szymanski. And he just couldn't find the breaking cap. And Louis, that looked like a breakaway in development, and it never materialized.
Marino with the quick feet got right on him, so he made him have to change the angle. He tried to thread it through to Kapanen, but a good defensive play by Marino.
Here's Cooley. He can fly, as Louis mentioned earlier. Sets up a one-timer for Sergachev, a painful block. Jake Wallman shaken up, gets a tap from Jarry, but Wallman's heading for the bench. But Colson to McDavid, Bouchard. He was stymied. Defensive play by Cooley, and then a shot ripped on net by Ekholm. Turned aside by Vejmelka. One-timer Bouchard, and that stayed out. Rebound to Ekholm. He'll set one down low, cut off by Sergachev. 9.25 to play in a scoreless first. Bouchard up to McDavid. Broken up by McBain. And now put Colson back to Bouchard. Ekholm will snap it around the boards. Going to be played by Stenlund up the left-hand side. Kevin Stenlund, like Nate Schmidt, won a cup in Florida. Here's Jersey. He can motor. Drop past Kerfoot. Shot redirected home. Friendly fire. Utah catches a break. And that goal will be credited to Alex Kerfoot. His 8th career against the Oilers, and just his 3rd goal all season long.
Catch a break here. Jake Wallman still shaking up on that block shot up high. He blocked one earlier with his feet. They've been stingy. Only the 2nd shot to get on net for the Utah Mammoth in this first period. Edmonton's been stingy, but they get a break, and it's Kerfoot. He's dealt with injuries as well this year, but he has a nose around the net against the Edmonton Oilers. This one deflects a couple times. Off a Nurse, off of Murphy, up over top of Jarry, where he can't find that puck, and it's in the back of the net. 1-0 Mammoth on their 2nd shot.
And that just flies over the right shoulder of Tristan Jarry, glancing off first Nurse, then Murphy. And it's just been that kind of run for Tristan Jarry.
Yeah, he's starting to wonder what he has to do to put a strong performance together, because the pucks have just seemed to find their way into the net on him.
Steal Kapanen, drop past Dickinson, snapshot was blocked. This time it's Utah in the lane. Keller, a neat play off his feet to get it to Schmaltz. Back in front, stolen away by Darnell Nurse.
Got to just shake that one off if you're Edmonton. They're playing a real strong first period here.
Alex Kerfoot, limited to just 24 games. He's had some injuries this year. Puck centered off the pads of Vejmelka and carried out by Marino. Give Jersey the primary assist on that goal. But it's just a double redirect. Now flipped in front by Peterka, steered to the corner by Tristan Jarry. Here's some opening for Schmidt. His shot, that one also blocked and dribbles wide of the net. Nugent Hopkins off to Szymanski. Could not force it out of the zone, however. Dylan Gunther to Peterka. He'll drop it for Cooley. John Marino. Schmidt will give it back to Marino. Cooley calling for it. Takes a one-timer, and that blistered line. Rebound sent around the boards. Cooley, 25 goals a year ago, stripped by Szymanski. And here comes Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. He'll take a skate to alleviate the pressure, force Utah into a change, and that allows Edmonton to shuffle the deck personnel-wise as well. Rosselbeck backed into by Weegar. Zach Hyman with a bit of a steamroll job on Sergachev, and it's cleared back through center. You wonder, though, whether some of these body blows, Edmonton's landing, might pay off later in this game.
Well, that's what they're hoping, and this is the time of year you need to start ratcheting up. We always say everybody hits in the playoffs. Well, Edmonton's playoffs are right now. That's how they feel. That's how they have to play, and they've been the more physical team.
Dickinson tried to center.
It's contagious. When you see guys going out there and finishing the check, we haven't seen Derek Hayden back in the game yet after that collision with his own player, Jack McBain. So Utah down to center.
Savoy, a snapshot off the rush, a save. Vejmelka, juicy rebound taken by McDavid. In front, one time, and another stop by Vejmelka as Savoy failed to finish. 3-on-2. One-timer, block shot, Connor Murphy got in front of Schmaltz at 8-1.
Ever beat that one up. I mean, just absolutely committed to getting in front of that shot.
He's the league leader in block shots since he joined the Oilers. From that time, over the last 10 games.
So important. So important in a chance like that. You just took away a high-quality chance in a one-time situation that didn't even get to your goaltender. And Connor Murphy swallowed up a couple chances here for Edmonton as they push back down 1-0. Savoy having a game. There's a quick release, and then the beautiful backhand pass into the slot. Gets it back and has another one. Vamelka with the save.
Rover, go on, get me my slippers.
And
Rover, the slippers.
He was at his absolute best last night.
He was terrific. There's the gang right there. Paul Coffey set up. Good friends with Bill, and for Bill, he's always happy to have anybody in any sport around him. Loves all different sports, and taking in the hockey game tonight. Was excited to come down and watch Edmonton play the Mammoth. So great show last night. Maybe the best we've seen him for sure.
I really appreciate Gene Principe making sure he looked good in that photo while you could have blindfolded me with dental floss. So thank you, Gene. As long as you're taken care of, make sure you get your goodie bag and everything will be all set.
Well, I did give him my camera. I felt like I should be beside him just in case there was kind of any issue.
Yeah, the only photo with my eyes closed, and Roslovic ties it. Off the rush, beating Vamelka, and the Oilers have squared things on Roslovic's 18th.
What a shot right off the rush, and the reaction by Bill on that one here. Nice outlet out of the zone for Emerson, and that little tiny backhand pass onto the tape allows Edmonton to break out clean. And Podkolzin with the center drive backhand to Roslovic. Sorry, not Podkolzin, it's Wallman jumping up on the play. Good to see him good after that high block that he made. And for Roslovic, it's the quickness of the release. Far side, that's the reverse of a left-handed goaltender. That's a tough save. Just over the pad, just under the blocker on the right side of the net is a right-handed catcher. 1-1.
18 for Roslovic, who had 22 a year ago. Wallman and Nugent Hopkins with the helpers. A chance for Nick Schmaltz with a burst of speed in from the left-hand side. With that goal, Save-On Foods is giving away their first prize. Here's Schmaltz looking to answer. Almost did. As that pool cued off Marino and slithered wide, cleared by the Edmonton Oilers. Give Ryan Nugent Hopkins a second assist, and if this one holds up, and the last one did not, that's point number 800 for Ryan Nugent Hopkins, and this one, I believe, will count.
Yeah, this one is a nice pass by Emerson. He made a pass earlier that didn't connect, and it resulted in a long time in the defensive zone. But you have to keep going back to it. That little subtle backhand pass from Emerson to Nugent Hopkins led to a clean outlet and the transitional goal by Roslovic.
5 minutes to go, first period. Marino unable to get it out. And then Savoy just missed for Matthias Ekholm. Pretty solid road period for Edmonton. That double ricochet. And so that goal by Roslovic feels big. Puck carried off the corner boards and out in front. Vamelka will put a rest to that one. So the Oilers tie it up. Kerfoot didn't call bank, but got one to float through Jerry, and Jack Roslovic off a feed from Jake Wallman has tied it.
Roslovic eventually buries it. Point number 800 for Ryan Nugent Hopkins. So congratulations to him as he continues to climb up, the all-time franchise leader in points. And the longest tenured Oiler helps his team get on the board and even the score here. So 800 points for Ryan Nugent Hopkins.
15 years an Oiler. And his teammate, stallmate, Connor McDavid with a steal out in front. McDavid's sitting on a couple of milestones, 399 goals and 799 assists. And it's McDavid looking to give Edmonton the lead, but Bouchard couldn't hold his own. And now Carcone, who can really wheel, tried to split. McBain catching a healthy chunk of Bouchard, but Ekholm wrestles it out of the pile, and now Bouchard has some open ice. McBain slaps it off the boards back towards center. Wallman, the trigger man on the equalizer. Roslovic's 18th, and he'll reset with 4 minutes to go in the first period, where Edmonton has permitted Utah just 2 shots on net. And keep in mind, at even strength, the Utah Mammoth are the 3rd best team in the league goal differential-wise. Only Colorado and Tampa. They've just been overshadowed by the rest of the Central Division. Nugent Hopkins Went hindquarters over tea kettle that time on Paterka, but stayed in the play, only to see Utah clear back towards center.
Yeah, this line's going to be so important for Edmonton's success. Without Leon Draisaitl, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, as he's always done, jumps right into that true hole.
Vasilevich off a turnover, quick snapshot. Pavelka was ready for that one.
As the second-line centerman, and he's completely capable of doing that. He's been the #1 centerman in his career as well, the longest tenured Oiler. And that line gets on the board and ties this game after a fluky one. A fluky goal goes against. They don't get rattled. They're up 6-2 in shots. And the one that got by Jarry was a double deflection on the shot by Alex Kerfoot. But Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with his 800th point as an Edmonton Oiler in his NHL career, and I'm sure Jarry was happy to see that because Edmonton's been the better team this first period. They've come out, they've been stingy, they've been physical, and have tied the game.
It's a good sign because we saw a Tampa club not get rattled by a bad bounce in the third period on Saturday night. Finished off that game in fine fashion. Here's Jones behind the net looking for Jarventi. His second game as an Oiler. This is a line that would love to hunt Utah down and pound that D on the forecheck. Poked away, Connor Murphy. They send it off the glass, and it's Dickinson. Gaining the line, getting it in deep. Less than 3 minutes to play. It's a 1-1 tie. Utah still with just a minuscule 2 shots on net. Ian Cole clubbed one ahead. A leaping Murphy knocked it down. Off to Dickinson, just out of the reach of Szymanski, or he might have had a notion. Schmidt, Schmaltz, Yamamoto fires high and wide. He's got 10 goals this year, played most of the year last season in the American Hockey League. Yamamoto dishing off. Shot from distance, that was deflected. Yamamoto, remember, was the man who scored the game-winning goal to finish off LA in Game 6 of the 23 playoffs first round. Here's Marino. Alex Kerfoot credited with the Utah goal. Marino gets it back from Schmidt. Dishes off between the wickets. Cooley. Hard shot. Schmidt. Tough save through traffic made by Jarry. And the rebound lobbed out by Ekholm. Settled by Schmidt. Off to Cooley as both teams change it up. McDavid bearing down on Paterka, forced him into a turnover. Woolman on to Savoy. Edmonton's been all over Utah in this first period. Woolman and shot redirected by McDavid, and a tough catch up near the clavicle by Vejmelka.
Carbon monoxide detectors save lives. Learn how to protect yourself with the right tools at atco.com.
No good pushback after some time in the zone for Utah, and a nice redirection by McDavid in the high slot. Maybe got just a little bit more of that puck than he wanted to, but forced Vejmelka to come up with another good save.
So it'll be Stenlund matched up with McDavid. Stenlund coming off career year. 14 goals, 28 points for a primarily defensive-minded guy. Bouchard a shot, and that was heading wide, but caught by Vejmelka, who's 1-5-1 lifetime against Edmonton. Utah Mammoth have lost all 4 matchups between these two clubs, and Edmonton against this organization 11-1-1 over the last 13 if you go back to their days in Arizona, which of course we're not supposed to. But
hard not to, though.
They did play for them.
Hard not to. It is the same organization,
yes.
But yes, I get it. They're now the Utah Mammoth.
Smallman and Bouchard.
Great name, by the way.
Lead pass. And they're going to say Mackenzie Weegar, they're not buying what he was selling in terms of an icing call. A clear up the center, gathered by Savoy. Minute to go, first period. Game tied at 1, and here's McDavid dropping it off for 1. Vasily Podkolzin, 16 goals on the year, gave it up at the line. Sergachev took too long to move it. That bailed out by Weegar up the right-hand side. Fired back in by Nurse. Vejmelka didn't get a piece of it. Hand to Carconi. Up the gut for McBain. Now Weegar. On. Carconi. McBain. Carconi. Broken up by Nurse. McBain on the puck. Up top for Dursey. Shoots wide of Jari. 20 seconds to play, and now Hyman has some open ice. Flips it behind the Utah defense. In hot pursuit, Roslovic checked off the puck. Utah looking to come out of the fray, and they do. McBain fished it out of there and finally whacked the puck into the corner. And I think Murphy is going to settle for a 1-1 tie at intermission. Gunther token pursuit, the horn goes, and the Oilers limit Utah to just 3 first-period shots in settling for a 1-1 tie.
Yeah.
This game's tied at 1.
I don't mind anytime you get a chance to put one on the net, put it on the net. And the line that's got to come through for Edmonton here with its current formation is Nugent Hopkins, Roslovic, and they do have the Oilers goal.
They come onto the ice right now. Roslovic will take the draw to the left of Vejmelka.
Nary a power play for either team through the first 20 minutes.
The puck on the right wing point. Emerson shot tipped on goal. Vejmelka the save. Good redirection by Roslovic at the side of the net. Vejmelka was able to cover it. Oilers have played a physical game in the first period.
Zach Hyman had 4 hits in the first period. That's what they credit him with. It seemed like he had more.
Emerson right point. Off a stick, Dursey pushes through the middle, and the puck comes out and shot back in by Roslovic. Vejmelka will stop it behind the goal. To Cole up the right wing off of Wallman. Gunther can get it out. Logan Cooley comes into the Oilers zone through the middle. To the left side, shoots it towards the net. That goes wide off the corner boards to Zach Hyman. He's through center. And over the line in the left wing corner for Ross.
Last 2 years, the Utah Mammoth. Edmonton's second visit here, and that man's first ever start against Utah, Tristan Jari. Rock found right to the season and won 6-3. McBain went.
Oilers zone to Keller, and they threw that offside right at the Edmonton blue line with a little back pass. Shots are 9-3 in favor of Edmonton.
Again, there's no chance for Jari on the double deflection. It literally looked like he was in slow motion.
Kerfoot let that shot go. It went off of 2 different Oilers up in the air. And
they are down to 11 forwards.
Yeah.
Barrett Hayton, their third-line center, left the game. Obvious upper body injury.
And won 6-3. McBain went for a big.
To Murphy on the right. And a little saucer it across to Nurse to poke it into the Utah zone. Marino behind his net. On the left wing, it won't get out. Jones tried to shoot it, couldn't get it through. It's top of the circle. Enrique put it behind the goal. Flying in there was Jones. Kerfoot won't get it out. Kerfoot will get another chance. Left corner behind the net to Marino. Marino to Schmidt. Up the left wing to Kerfoot. Goes off his stick, and that's touched by Savoy. It's offside against the Oilers.
Oilers are getting some help on the road scoreboard right now. Winnipeg Jets are going to knock off the Vegas Golden Knights. It's 4-1 with 35 seconds left in the third period there. Seattle did get a point, but lost 5-4 in Florida. Kings and the Flames are tied 1-1 after 2. The Sharks are down 6-3 in the final 5 minutes against Nashville. Nashville is they're a wagon right now. Yep. They're winning games.
Bouchard on the right to Podkolzin. Off the boards. It goes into the Utah end. Sergachev going back for it, but on him right away is Savoy. Steals it in the pass. Just missed Podkolzin. The puck cleared out. Ekholm inside his own end to Bouchard. Missed McDavid with it. Goes into the Utah zone. Weegar to Sergachev. Out of Krause. One touched it. Carcone comes into the other end on the left wing. Carcone behind the net. Wraps it in front. That one played over to the boards by Dickinson. Kapanen got it blue line. It doesn't get out. Small on the left. Cross ice to Keller. Goes over his stick and comes out of the zone. Sergachev on the left. Keller will come in now on the right. Keller waiting, shooting. That hit a body and just goes wide as Yamamoto went to the front of the goal. Keller has it on the left wing. Keller holding on. Shot off the outside of the post. Puck in the left wing corner. Keller's got it again to Schmaltz. His shot. And that one partially blocked. It goes wide. On the right wing, Yamamoto to the point. Keller to Cole, to Keller. Down the left wing corner to Yamamoto. It goes off his stick. Podkolzin will get it out of the zone.
Flynn's got to get off the ice. Guys are exhausted out there.
Yamamoto to Keller in the neutral zone. Will go back to his own line. Pressured by Hyman. The left wing to Schmaltz. He'll shoot it in.
And Ed Bouchard's been out there for a while. They need to reverse and get it up the ice here.
Bouchard up the right wing to Roslovic. That's poked off his stick by Sergachev. Right wing corner to Weegar. Goes to the net in front. Comes into the slot. Roslovic's shot. That doesn't get through. Peterka will try to get it out. He can't. Roslovic keeping it in. To the right wing corner. Goes to Nugent Hopkins. He's up against the boards with Weegar. Weegar comes up with it to Gunther through the middle. Out to center ice. Gunther in over the line on the left. Gave the puck to Cooley. To the right. One-timer by Peterka. Great save by Jari. Sliding across. Schmidt on the right wing point. Now to Sergachev. Left side to Cooley. To the blue line. Sergachev to Schmidt. His one-time shot hit a stick. Goes over the goal. On the right wing. Wallman to the blue line. Schmidt to keep it in. Top of the circle and stolen by Nugent Hopkins from Gunther. Now on the left wing for Hyman. Comes into the Utah zone. Stops in the left wing corner. We're tied at 1. 5.5 gone here in the second period. On the blue line, Nurse with his shot hits the end glass. Murphy in from the right point. Got it to the corner. Goes to the right wing point. And Henrique with his shot misses. Nurse will keep it in. Jarventi, left wing corner. Could get a pass in front of the net. Marino's trying to clear. He can't. Henrique to the blue line to Nurse. His shot sails high and wide, and it will come out. Nurse hit his own blue line to McDavid and went off his stick. Cooley to Kerfoot. He'll shoot it into the Edmonton end. Jari will stop it. He'll wait, get it on the glass, and that hit the mesh after it went off the glass. We're going to take a break. 6 minutes and 8 seconds gone here in the second period. The Oilers and the Mammoth are tied at 1. We'll be right back from the Delta Center in Salt Lake. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network. Center in Salt Lake, tied at 1. The Oilers and the Mammoth. We played 6 minutes and 8 seconds in the second period. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. Face off to the left of Tristan Jari. Nice touch with the Ted Nugent.
Well, when I think of Salt Lake City,
You think of Ted Nugent?
I think of the Osmonds and then Ted Nugent.
Off the draw, puck goes to Murphy, behind the net, up the right wing, off of Kapanen. It'll be icing. So we'll do it again. Oilers are back here April 7th. Edmonton won 6-3 over the Mammoth, but that was in Edmonton. That was October 28th. Goes to Keller off the draw, left wing point. Good shot by Cole, save made by Jari. Tuck over to the boards, and Kapanen will get that off the right side and out. Durzi will shoot him right back in. Jari to stop it. Now to Dickinson, up the center ice to Szymanski. Cole engaged with him. Puck goes to Nurse on the right wing to Dickinson. Over the line, a shot. That's blocked. Dickinson can rim it back to the blue line. Murphy to Kapanen. Gets to the middle. Now over to the right. Fanned on his shot. It went off his stick.
Should have been a hook and call. I didn't call it.
Durzi behind the net to Cole. The left wing to Kerfoot. He got it out. Stenlin had to go off his skate. And Kapanen, left wing to Matthias Ekholm into the Utah end. To the right wing corner, McDavid comes flying in there. It's behind the net. Jersey around the boards. Ekholm pinching down on the left. Runs into Kerfoot. Podkolzin's in there too. Puck to the blue line. Savoy to the right point for Bouchard into the corner. McDavid out to Bouchard. The shot saved by Vejmelka. It hit him right in the mask. And the whistle goes as that blew the straps off the back of that thing. 7 minutes, 25 seconds gone in the second. We're tied at 1. Good setup, though. Got Bouchard right in the slot with it.
Now, is he going to have to come out of the game here?
Well, only if somebody upstairs determines that's the case.
Well, he never saw the shot.
No, hit him right in the bean. So he get his mask put back on. Face-off will be to Vejmelka's right. Nugent Hopkins, Roslovic, and Hyman out there with Ekholm and Bouchard. McBain taking the draw. Puck goes to Hyman, has it on the left. Along the boards. And behind the net to Roslovic. Goes to the right corner. Nugent Hopkins to the point to Bouchard. His shot blocked in front of the net by Sergachev. He will get it out. Right wing to Krause. Comes in to the Edmonton end, taken to the boards by Ekholm, and up the right wing it'll be Bouchard in over the Utah line to the middle. He just missed Hyman with it. Yamamoto can clear. Nugent Hopkins left wing to Matthias Ekholm. Sail it out through the neutral zone. Sergachev.
Missed opportunity there in a 4-on-2. Get up the ice.
The left wing, it goes just off the stick of Yamamoto. It's in behind the Edmonton net. Bouchard, left wing to Ekholm. We're tied at 1. We're here in the second. To Podkolzin, now to Savoy. Over the line. Little drop pass to McDavid. McDavid on the left wing point to Wallman. Will go cross ice. Podkolzin pokes it to the right corner behind the goal for Savoy. Left to McDavid. Broken up by Schmaltz. Gave it to Keller. He will get it out. Marino stepping into it down the right wing. Into the Oilers zone. Marino behind the net with Wallman on him. Ties him up. The puck's in their skates. They're still tied up. Still in their skates. It's kicked free by Wallman to Podkolzin, now to Savoy. Savoy off the boards and down the ice. It just misses the net. That's icing against Edmonton. 9:03 gone here in the second. This game's tied at 1. Face off to the right of Jari.
It's an important draw here for Connor. He's at the end of his shift. Oilers got to come in there and crash in and support him. I'm actually surprised Savoy's not taking a face-off. It's over on the right side here.
Puck goes to the top of the circle. Weegar on the right point now. Around the boards to the left. Sergachev, right corner to Peterka. To the blue line, to Mackenzie Weegar. Now to Peterka. Take a shot. That was blocked. Never got through. Podkolzin will get it out. Goes off of Peterka. Now Savoy to McDavid, but he was just inside the Utah line. It's offside against the Oilers. Face-off will be just outside the Edmonton blue line. Jarvetti, Henrique, Jones get out there. Nurse and Murphy. Truly tossed out of the face-off circle. Peterka will take the draw against Henrique. At center ice, Cole over to Jersey. Shoots it in. Murphy in the end boards. Poked away from him. Truly. It's bumped by Murphy. Nurse to Murphy. Get to it on the right. Get it up in the air and...
No.
Well, it was going to be a glove pass, but it wasn't. Yep. Nurse to center ice. He'll shoot it in. Cole, left wing corner. Up the boards and out. That'll go all the way down. It's going to be icing against the Mammoth.
Well, Well, no Leon Draisaitl, and we talked about it. Nugent Hopkins playing second-line center tonight with Roslovic and Hyman. The Oilers are going to have to create with this line. They got a really nice goal on a break out of their own zone. But they've only got 2 shots on goal in the first 10 minutes. Not sad. Utah's only got 3.
Yeah, and it's not like they've given up a bunch.
This is a low-event game.
Yeah. Face off to the right of Vejmelka. Puck to the corner. Jersey lost it to Roslovic. He's taken to the end boards by Peterka. Now Peterka's got the puck. Out to Gunther. Play it off his skate to Jersey. He'll shoot it in, but it hit the corner glass at the Utah bench, so we get the whistle. We're going to take a break. 9:46 to go in the second period. The Oilers and the Mammoth are tied at 1. We'll be right back from the Delta Center in Salt Lake. Sport Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network. Second period, the Oilers and the Mammoth tied at 1. Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer. We're here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling. Home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. Faceoff's going to be right at center. Nugent Hopkins, Roslovic, and Hyman on the ice with Wallman and Emberson. Stenlund taking the draw. Stenlund, Kerfoot, and Keller with Marino and Schmidt. And Schmidt has it just inside his blue line for Utah. Over to Marino. Up the left wing to Kerfoot, off the boards and in. After it, Stenlund shovels it in front of the net. Well, nobody there. It was through the slot all the way to the blue line. Keller can't keep it in. It's Nugent Hopkins to center ice. Shoot it in on the backhand. Vejmelka rimming the puck on the left. Roslovic can get a pass back to the blue line. He's up against the boards, and that does come free to Keller. He's through center, over the Edmonton line, left wing to Schmidt. Shot towards the net. That's off the stick of Emberson. Kerfoot in the right wing.
Wild bounces in this ring.
Kerfoot goes behind the goal. Now to Stenlund. Over to the left. Keller had it smacked away from him, and we're going to get the game's first penalty.
They're checking to see if he's leaking.
Yeah. Zach Hyman with a high stick. And Utah is going to go on the power play.
All right, so the Oilers penalty killing is 26 in the lead at 76.9. We got him. Utah's power play is 16.6%. It's 29th in the league. This is a great 5v5 team. Struggled a bit on the power play. Needs to continue tonight for Edmonton.
The Oiler penalty kills brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. We're tied at 1. Just under 9 to go here in the second period. And the Mammoth on the power play, and the puck gets into the corner. Bouchard up the boards, goes over the stick of Sergachev and out. And after it is Savoy. Down the right wing, Savoy shot off the outside of the net. Puck comes back to Savoy. To the right point, Bouchard fakes it to Savoy. Scores! Matt Savoy, short-handed, and the Oilers have a 2-1 lead.
Great look from Evan Bouchard. Net front there from Kasperi Kapanen. And Matt Savoy, who, like Vasily Podkolzin, have been in a year in which there have not been some positive stories. He's been part of the 2 positive stories for Oil Country this season.
Savoy, who was 12th in rookie scoring coming into tonight's action, gets his 12th of the year. At 11:24, shorthanded goal.
Bouchard will pick up a primary assist on that as well, and that's his 80th point of the season. He's the first defenseman to get to 80 points.
6th shorthanded goal of the year for the Oilers. We're up 2-1 here on the Mammoth. Weegar out from behind his net. Weegar will swing it back to Peterka. Into the Oilers zone. Flips it to the end boards. Got it himself. To the right corner. Right wing point to Weegar. Now on the left to Carcone. Carcone to the left wing corner. For McBain to Carcone to the blue line to Weegar. Carcone on the left wing point. To McBain in front of the net. Scores. It went right to Lawson Krause. He gets a power play goal. The game's tied at 2. Krause has his 20th of the year.
It's his fourth 20-goal season of his NHL career. Fortuitous bounce off the backboards. And he funneled one home.
So we're tied at 2. It's 35 seconds after the Savoy goal. Ekholm will flip it out to McDavid. He'll shoot. Scores! McDavid split the D. A bouncing puck goes glove side on Vejmelka, and Edmonton's up 3-2. And that is goal number 400 of his NHL career.
What a goal by Connor McDavid. Oilers have asked for the puck. And Ekholm with a perfect chip.
That thing was bouncing and rolling. I don't know how he got such a good shot.
Well, and it was the deft touch that was that 8 seconds after they make it a 2-2 game, and David puts Edmonton back out in front.
So Connor McDavid with his 39th of the season. Again, 400th of his NHL career. And the Oilers are up 3-2. Puck dumped into the Utah zone. Sergachev left wing corner will flip it out. Flying after it is Krause. Wave off the icing. The puck on the left wing. Carconi to the corner, but Ekholm there for Edmonton for Bouchard. Now cross ice. Podkolzin gets through center. In over the line on the right to Savoy. Off the end boards. It goes to McDavid on the left wing. 3-2 Oilers here in the second. 7:20 to go in the period. Savoy on the left wing. Laid it in behind the net. Sergachev will try the left, and Carconi jams it off the left wing boards and down. Won't be icing.
Bouchard got the second assist on that one as well.
Couple of assists for Bouchard in this game. The right wing, Dickinson will get it in. Goes to the right wing corner. To the left now to Szymanski. To the left wing point, but Wallman wasn't quite there in time. It comes out. Oilers have to regroup. Jake Wallman. Kasperi Kapanen. Center ice. He'll dump it in. Paterka left corner behind the net. Gave it away to Dickinson though. Banks it to Emberson. A shot. That just misses. To the left wing point. Wallman towards the net. And off the stick of Kapanen. It goes wide. Kapanen finds Jones left corner. Up the left wing boards. Out to Henrique. That got picked off by Cooley. He's through center to Paterka. Into the Oiler end. Puck goes into the left wing corner. Now in behind the Edmonton net. Jones behind the goal for Murphy. Murphy high in the air, bouncing into the skates of Keller, and it'll go over to the right wing. Jones behind the goal to Henrique. Taken to the boards by Dursey. Cole will get it on the left wing for Utah. To center ice. Cole flipping it cross corner. 3-2 Edmonton leads. Under 6 to go here in the second. It's behind the Edmonton net. On the left wing, Keller into the corner, but Murphy for Edmonton. In comes Yamamoto, though. Puck goes to Keller. Left wing point to Dursey. Waiting, shooting. Jarventi blocked it, and it came out. On the left wing, Keller to Kerfoot. Just missing. Schmaltz with a pass. The puck into the left corner of the Edmonton zone. Up against the boards, Kerfoot. It's broken up by Nurse. Kerfoot will keep it in on the right wing. To the right wing point, and Roslovic got to it, and he got it out. Took a hit from Weegar, but got it out of the zone. Kerfoot to Keller to Kerfoot, off the left wing boards and in.
Utah's picked up the pace a bit here.
Bouchard, long pass on the right. Hyman, he's over the line. He spins around. He'll go to the net, off the crossbar. Puck on net, scores! Roslovic from the left wing gets it through Vejmelka, and Edmonton's up 4-2.
What a pass to start it. And again, it was Bouchard back in his own zone. He fires it up to Hyman. It's a 2-on-1. Hyman walks the D, drags it in the middle, backhand off the post. And then Roslovic finds the loose change, and he buries it for his second of the game, 19th of the season.
15:04 time of the goal.
Roslovic's 19 should be from Hyman and Bouchard. So Bouchard 3 assists here in a span of 3 minutes and 40 seconds.
That's good work by Bouchard, and you with the math.
We got a timeout. Are they checking to see if this was offside?
No, well, maybe, but they're calling timeout anyway.
The Bear.
Utah takes its 3-second timeout.
Andre Turgid.
Yeah. Lawson Krause scoring right after Matt Savoy had given the Oilers a 2-1 lead with a shorthanded goal. Krause gets a power play goal 35 seconds later, and then you got right after that, 8 seconds later, Connor McDavid with an incredible play on a bouncing, rolling puck. Gave the Oilers a 3-2 lead. Now Jack Roslovic at 15:04, putting Edmonton up 4-2. The McDavid line out there with Savoy and Puck-Colson. Sergachev on the left wing will shoot it in. Jarry will stop it. Now off the glass. It'll go to the line and out. McBain to Sergachev. Up the right wing to McBain. Off the right wing boards and in. Back home to the corner. Dodges the hit from Krause. Puck will go to Weegar. His shot. Saved by Jarry. It's bouncing around, and now he covers it up. That'll draw a crowd right in front of the Edmonton goal. Everyone gets in. And it looks like they got it settled down. All right. 4-2, Oilers lead. We got 4:29 to go here in the second period.
Well, Krause hit Jarry right in the face with the stick.
We'll take a break. From the Delta Center in Salt Lake is Ford Dealers, NHL Hockey, and the Oilers Radio Network. Here at the Delta Center in Salt Lake, Oilers up 4-2 on the Mammoth with 4:29 to go in the second period. The broadcast brought to you by Ford, official partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Ready, set, Ford. Face off to the left of Tristan Jarry. Jack Roslovic has a pair of goals. Connor McDavid and Matt Savoy have also scored. Evan Bouchard has 3 assists. Kerfoot and Krause, the goal scorers for the Mammoth. They drop the puck. It goes to Marino. He's on the right point, down the right wing. A shot and off the blocker of Jarry. The puck over to the left wing point. Schmidt to Marino. To Nate Schmidt. Left wing corner. Gunther's shot off. Oilers sticking out of play.
Well, we know one thing. Gunther will shoot it from anywhere. He's got a great shot. He's a terrific Edmonton Oil King. You and me both thought he could have gone higher.
Yep.
Than when he did. That was the Ekman-Larson trade, right? To Vancouver.
Yeah,
and the Canucks
that's
ended
right.
up buying out Ekman-Larson. Ouch. It's a pretty good player that they could have drafted there. But yeah, they don't tend to draft a lot of Canadians in those slots. A lot of Finns, a lot of Swedes over the years.
Top of the circle, a quick shot that does not get through. On the right wing, it's sent across to Marino. He'll let it go off the post. Hit it clean, and it's cleared out by Roslovic.
Winter's got to do a better job in the circle here. They're having some problems.
Gunther over the line, right wing to Peterka. That was into the right wing corner. Up the boards, went to cycle it. Broken up by Wallman. Cross to Emberson. Look at it high in the air and out. Schmidt in his own end. Cross to Marino. Through the middle of Peterka. Into the Oilers zone. Goes to the right wing corner. Peterka around the boards, but past Gunther, and Roslovic can clear it. As it goes into the Utah end. Jersey with Kapanen on him. To Cole, left wing corner. Up the left wing boards, off the stick of Keller, and Yamamoto will come into the slot, and that is smacked away from him into the left wing corner. Keller up against the boards for Utah. Yamamoto is in there too. Keller can swing it to the right wing point to Jersey, but the net was off in behind Jarry.
Good job by Jarry. Got him to realize it. Did he give it the old shoulder there? What do you think?
I don't know. I didn't see if he did or not.
Kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah. 3:05 to go in the second. 4-2 Edmonton leads.
The Oilers got 4 goals on 13 shots, but McDavid's, I mean, that's just a world-class player making chicken salad. I mean, it was a good flip, good high flip.
Yeah, but it's a bouncing, rolling puck, and to get a shot away like he did, that's really hard to do. You had to corral that pass and then get a shot away. Face off to the left of Jari.
Schmaltz, of course, acquired by Arizona in a trade that Stan Bowman, the Oilers GM, made when he was in Chicago.
Puck goes to the side of the Edmonton goal. Bouchard out from behind it now. Up the right wing, off of Podkolzin and in. Vejmelka will leave it, and that was almost turned over. Puck along the boards in the Edmonton zone, or in the Utah zone, and getting it out was Keller. Bouchard, Podkolzin to Ekholm. The left wing off of Savoy and in. At the side of his net, Sergachev for Uyghur. On the right wing to Keller, got it out. Stepping up was Keller. Lost it at the Edmonton line. Bouchard through the middle, almost sprung McDavid. McDavid will get to it. The shot saved by Vejmelka. McDavid out of the right corner for Nurse. His shot. Vejmelka the save. Nurse behind the goal to Jarventi is passed to the middle, and that's broken up. Uyghur got it to the line, and Bouchard kept it in. That goes off his stick, goes out of play. With 2:09 to go in the second, Edmonton up by a score of 4-2.
Dylan Strome and Brendan Perlini were the two players, two former first-round picks from Arizona that went to Chicago in that trade. Strome was not qualified by Kyle Davidson, and all he's gone on to do is become Washington's first-line center. Of course, he went third in the 2015 draft. Connor McDavid went number one, and they both played for Chris Knoblauch at Erie.
Cole behind his net to Cooley. His pass hit his skate, stays in the zone. Cooley, left wing corner to Cole, now to Dursey, and it's Dursey out to center ice. Left wing, but off the stick of Gunther, and it goes out of play. A minute 53 to go here in the second period. And it'll be a neutral zone face-off. Roslovic, Hyman, and Nugent Hopkins sitting out there with Nurse and Murphy. Stenlin, Kerfoot, Yamamoto for Utah. Dursey and Cole on defense. Puck goes to Yamamoto. He'll take a shot. Blocked by Nurse. It's into the slot. They chop away. It goes in behind the Edmonton net. Nugent Hopkins on the right wing. Up in the air and out. Dursey gloves it down. On the backhand, off the glass. At the Edmonton blue line, Murphy to Nurse. Now to Nugent Hopkins. On the right to Roslovic. He's able to shoot it in. Vejmelka out of his net. Left wing corner to Dursey. Flips it along the boards. Wallman is able to keep it in. Puck goes to Stenlin, though, of the Mammoth. And Stenlin will get it out. Left wing to Kerfoot. Into the Oilers zone to Stenlin on the right. A shot off of Wallman. Goes over to Kerfoot on the left wing. On the right to Keller. He's at the hash marks. Keller to the left wing point. Schmidt to Marino. Last minute here in the second. The shot by Keller on the right wing. That got blocked by Wallman, and it does come out. 4-2 Oilers lead here in the second period. Nugent Hopkins will shoot it into the Utah zone. And Keller in the left wing corner. Up the boards to Marino. Marino at center ice. Just to the Edmonton line. Bouchard will get it out. Keller in his own end. To Schmidt on the left wing to Marino as he gets to center ice and will shoot it in. 28 seconds to go in the period. It's along the right wing boards. And it'll be Savoy to clear it out. It's at center ice. Keller. Left wing to Schmidt. Shoot it in. On the right, Uyghur had to go off his stick. And Uyghur gets it back. Over to the left wing, Carcone pokes it to the left wing point. Shot by Sergachev, or pass by Sergachev. He missed Uyghur with it. Puck goes into the corner. Ekholm's not very happy with Mackenzie Uyghur. As the period expires.
Oh, good period.
Here at the Delta Center in Salt Lake City. The Edmonton Oilers have a 4-2 lead on the Utah Mammoth. We're getting ready for the third period of play. And tonight's Oilers, this is Oil Country Mega 50-50 presented by Rogers. support of the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation, supporting those most vulnerable in our community and advancing youth hockey programming. Get your tickets now at edmontonoilers.com/5050. Jack Roslovic, he scored twice in this game for Edmonton. Matt Savoy, Connor McDavid, they have also scored. Evan Bouchard has 3 assists in this game. Connor McDavid up to 400 career goals. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins has an assist. He has 800 career points. As we get ready for the third period. And I can tell you Vitek Vanacek is in goal for Utah to start off this third period. So Karel Vejmelka out, Vanacek in. His last game was Friday, made 20 saves in a 4-1 loss versus Anaheim. All right, McDavid line. We'll start it off. McDavid, Savoy, Podkolzin. On the ice with Matthias Ekholm and Evan Bouchard. McBain, Carconi, and Krause out there with Sergachev and Uyghur. As we get things going here in the third period. The broadcast brought to you by Ford, official partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Ready, set, Ford. Start at 2 on the road. The Oilers will be in Vegas on Thursday. All right, we get ready here for the third period as they haven't quite lined this thing up. Okay, now they have. And we're underway in the third. Sergachev with it. Just inside the Utah line. Cross to Uyghur. Will get to center ice. Snaps the puck in. Taken off the boards by Bouchard. Left wing. Off of Podkolzin. That won't get out. We'll try the other side. Sergachev kept it in. Gave it to Carconi on the left wing. The angle shot. Put it over the net. Around the glass and all the way down the ice. Vanacek will set it in behind the goal to Sergachev.
Oilers have 19 blocked shots. They've only given up 10 shots on goal here.
They've done a great job of getting in the way. The puck brought in. It's Keller. Angle shot again, and that misses. Goes to the right side. Schmaltz against the boards. Dickinson on him. Comes free to Szymanski. To Kapanen. Center ice will softly dump it in. And Schmidt has to turn, go back for it. Give it to Marino. Right wing to Keller. Cross ice backhand pass. And that's broken up by Murphy. His own line is Marino. Right wing. Gave it to Schmaltz. He'll come in. The shot off the post. And a penalty coming up to the Edmonton Oilers. That hit the post hard.
Wow, Szymanski's got to make a better play there. He started the transition with a bad turnover. And they're going to get their second power play of the game here.
Holding the stick call.
Edmonton 16 has 2 minutes for holding the stick.
So Dickinson to the box. Second power play of the game for the Mammoth. The Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Face off to the right of Jari. 1 minute 12 into the third. 4-2 Edmonton leads. Goes in behind the net. Ekholm out from behind it. He's able to shoot it down the ice.
Good face-off win by Henrique, who's at about 54% this year.
Uyghur to Peterka at his blue line, up the left wing, into the Oiler end. Now on the right to Krause. He'll drive to the net. Save by Jari. It's batted just wide by McBain. It goes between the defenseman and down the ice.
Coach started the second unit out here, and McDavid back on the ice on the PK. Not seen him on the penalty kill here in the last homestand.
Uyghur at his own blue line to Peterka. It's it just in. That's offside against
Connor's
Utah.
like, why are you blowing the play dead? Had a chance for a 2-on-1 up the ice there. Now they get their first unit on the ice. Yep. Face-off is outside the blue line. And Edmonton very lucky that McBain did not bat that one high glove pass.
He just missed.
Tristan Jarry, because it didn't look like he had that one tracked. Well, I'll tell you why they're using McDavid here is because Dickinson's obviously in the box.
He's in the box.
So that's why he's out there.
They won the draw, and it's shot down the ice. Sergachev to Keller. Keller through center, over the Edmonton line, into the left wing corner it goes. For Cooley, to the left wing point, to Sergachev. Cross to Gunther, right wing corner to Keller. Behind the net to Cooley, to Gunther on the right, to Schmaltz, and off his stick goes to the line. Sergachev will keep it in. Right wing, it comes out. Schmaltz to Keller. Keller on the right wing. Keller, the shot, put it over the net. It'll go around the boards and down the ice.
So a bit of a misplay there. Murphy and look at that was
Quickly up the right wing. Keller will get it in to Cooley. Now to the line to Dursey. Right wing corner to Keller, and he missed Cooley with it, and that'll go down the ice.
That's because Ekholm took time and space away from Keller.
Dursey out of his end. Penalty over in 12 seconds. Yamamoto wedged on the boards by Ekholm. Bouchard will fire it all the way down.
Good kill from Edmonton.
Yep. And Utah now 1 for 2 with a man advantage. 4-2, Edmonton leads.
Only even.
Yep. Puck brought in on the right. Stenlund across to Kerfoot. Can't get a shot. It goes in behind the goal. Kerfoot to the right wing point for Dursey. Takes it off the boards. On the right to Kerfoot. Over to Dursey. One-timer. Pad save. And the rebound just pushed wide. The puck in the corner as Emerson up against the boards. Stenlund knocked him down. It's underneath. They get up. It's still caught up in skates. Hopkins trying to get it loose. It'll go top of the circle right to Jack Roslovic's got a couple of goals in this game. He will get it out. Schmidt on the right to Dursey. Clears it. Ekholm at his own line. Now to Roslovic. Comes into the Utah end. Stops on the left wing boards. To the blue line. Ekholm blasts it. Vanacek kicks that out. Peterka. His pocket picked by Podkolzin. It goes into the Edmonton zone. Bouchard on the right to Matthias Ekholm. Left wing to Podkolzin. Flips the puck in. Schmidt taken to the end boards by Savoy. Savoy worked it free to the blue line to Bouchard. Has it right point to the left wing point to Matthias Ekholm. The right wing boards, McDavid in the corner with Dylan Gunther. Goes to Marino, he's trying to clear, they won't get out. Ekholm keeping it in. Left wing corner to McDavid, comes up top of the circle. Spins it into the corner to Savoy. They've got it in behind the net. Comes over to the right. McDavid along the right wing boards. To the top of the circle, Peterka will get it out. Just over 5 minutes gone here in the third. 4-2, Edmonton leads Utah. Murphy inside his own line. On the left wing, that pass went off the skate of Jarventi, and the puck comes into the Oilers zone. Henrique over to the right wing for Max Jones. Sergachev pressuring him. Goes to Nurse on the left. Nurse will get it out through the middle. Off of Jones and into the Utah end. Sergachev on the end board. Max Jones right on him. To Mackenzie Weegar. He'll come out from behind his net for the Mammoth, and now just take it right back in behind it. Both teams make changes.
See how Szymanski responds after a tough turnover led to a power play for Utah.
Dickinson. Pass goes off of Dursey. It's at the Edmonton blue line. And Szymanski got it through center ice. Cole has it just inside his own end. Cole for Utah on the right to Keller. He'll shoot it in. Emerson, right wing corner. On the boards to Dickinson. Off the right side and out. Dursey laying it out through the middle. Dursey gets the center. Gets the shoot it in. Left wing corner of the Edmonton zone. On the end boards is Kerfoot. Three to the left wing. Gunther is in there, so is Stenlund for Utah. Top of the circle, right to Jack Roslovic. The Oilers going to get it out. Roslovic in over the line behind Hyman on the left side getting towards the net and backhand off the outside of the goal. Hyman gets it back. Hyman to Murphy. Murphy, his shot, save Vanacek. The rebound comes in front of the net and over to the right wing boards. Murphy behind the net, comes out. Nugent Hopkins shot, saved by Vanacek from a sharp angle. It's behind the goal. Nugent Hopkins. On to Hyman, is passed to the blue line just off of Murphy. Put it back in. Edmonton has to tag out.
Good work from that line, though. Sustained ozone time.
Krause, cross ice to Karkody, back into his own end. Now on the right, that pass for Uyghur misses, goes down right on net. Jari to play it. Bouchard will get it out. McDavid chasing after it in the Utah zone on the left wing, top of the circle. Could not get control. McBain got it out. 4-2. Edmonton leads here in the third. Podkolzin will shoot it in. 7:45 gone here in the third period. Uyghur lost it. It comes in front of the net. Vanacek poked it over to the left wing. Podkolzin now left wing to the point. To Ekholm to Bouchard. On the right to McDavid. Brings it up to the right wing side. The point into the stops on the right wing. Left wing point to Bouchard. Over to Ekholm. A shot. And that sails wide.
I'm sure he saw McDavid. Did not. Oh, look out.
Ekholm takes a hard hit from Karkody. Crowd reacts to it. McDavid in the right corner to the left wing point. Bouchard, a shot. It's blocked. He's got it back to Ekholm on the right. Over to Bouchard, right wing to Podkolzin. He's top of the circle. Cross ice is passed. Knocked down by Karkody. He will clear it out. Bouchard will retreat into the Edmonton zone, go in behind the net. Drop it off to Jake Wallman. Wallman up the right wing to Bouchard. Through the middle, off the stick of Henrique. It is a bouncing puck. Vanacek got it to the end boards. And it comes to the side of the net, right in front of it. The shot saved, made by Vanacek off of Wallman. Cole in the left wing corner for the Mammoth. They'll get it to center ice for Gunther. He'll steer it in. Wallman up against the boards. It's into the skates of Kapanen. Wallman is coming to help. Peterka's in there for Utah.
Good play.
Puck played to the middle, and Jarventi slowly off the left wing boards. Won't be hard enough for icing. Edmonton can make a change.
Oh, just a great outlet there from Max Jones and low support. Chipped it to Jarventi with lots of time and space.
Nurse through the middle off the stick of Szymanski. Now on the left wing. Schmaltz into the Edmonton zone. To the left wing corner. Murphy got there before Yamamoto. It's behind the Oiler net over to the left. Szymanski in the end boards for Nurse. Nurse through the middle to Dickinson. Now to Kapanen. Still inside the Edmonton end. Left wing to Nurse. Got it off the boards and out to Dickinson. Into the Utah zone down the left wing to the corner. Schmidt takes him to the corner. But Dickinson can get the puck to the right wing point to Murphy. Now to Kapanen. Behind the goal to Dickinson. To Kapanen. Up the left wing to the line where Hyman steps onto it. A centering pass that goes off of Vanacek. And Schmidt on the right wing for Keller, but he won't get it out. And following it up with Schmaltz, he got it out.
It's been an excellent first 10 minutes from Edmonton.
4-2 Oilers lead here in the third. Hyman, left wing. Lifts it to the right wing corner of the Utah zone. Cole to Dursey. Dursey had to go off his stick. That's in the middle of the ice. Hyman gets spun around, and Nugent Hopkins to the right point. The shot saved by Vanacek as Emberson let it go from the blue line. We get a whistle. We can take a break. 9:10 to go in the third. 4-2 Oilers lead the Mammoth. From the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Is the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. 4-2 Edmonton leading Utah. Jack Roslovic has scored twice. Matt Savoy, Connor McDavid also scoring for Edmonton. Alex Kerfoot, Lawson Krause scoring for Utah. 3 assists for Evan Bouchard. As Wallman with a shot from the point, and that's blockered away by Vanacek, and it's in behind the Utah goal. 9 minutes to go here in the third. Peterka off the left wing boards, and they're going to call that icing. It's icing against Utah. Connor McDavid with his 400th career goal in this game. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins up to 800 career points.
Connor McDavid 1 point away from 1,200 career points.
That's right. As he's at 799 on the assists. Face off to the right of Vanacek. Came in for Vamelko, who played the first 40. Puck top of the circle. Savoy left wing point to Bouchard. Vanacek the save as McDavid was right in front of him. I don't know if he saw it, but he stopped it. The puck cleared out. Bouchard up the left wing to McDavid. Comes into the Utah zone to Savoy. Went off his skating wide. Savoy's got it left wing to the point. Ekholm fakes the shot. Rims the puck behind the net. McDavid got it over to the boards. Cooley's trying to clear. He won't. Podkolzin keeping it in to McDavid on the left wing to the top of the circle. It's knocked off his stick. Cooley will get it out through the middle. Comes over to Evan Bouchard. Will bounce it to center. Peterka comes in, but that's offside as Gunther had not cleared the zone yet. 8:12 to go here in the third. 4-2. Edmonton leads.
Calgary Flames have defeated the LA Kings 3-2 in a shootout. So LA is up to 74 points with 11 games left.
Face off outside the Edmonton blue line. Schmidt at center, dumping it into the Oiler end. Nurse pokes it behind the net. Murphy on the boards, top of the circle, right to Kapanen. He'll get it out. In behind Schmidt. He dumps it. He'll go after it. Schmidt turns to the corner. Got it through the middle of the ice to Krause. He'll dump the puck in. As he goes in behind the Edmonton goal to the right wing corner. Szymanski came crashing in there. It's to the left wing corner. Carcone centering pass. And Szymanski to Kapanen. And now to Nurse. Got it out. Josh Szymanski into the Utah zone. Plays it off the corner boards. It's in behind the net. And wheeling out is Moreno as he gets to center ice. Miss Stenlund with the pass. The puck cleared down, and it'll go wide, and it'll be icing against Edmonton. 7:22 to go here in the third. 4-2 Edmonton leads. Game was tied at 1 after 20. 4-2 after 40. Where we still are. Face off to the left of Tristan Jarry. As Nugent-Hopkins taking the face off. As he's up against Nick Schmaltz. They drop it. It's top of the circle. Hyman off the boards. Just gives the puck to Wallman. He'll go in behind the goal. Wallman out. It's a long pass, misses Roslovic. Vanacek lost it, and Roslovic put it up and out. And I think the stick of Sergachev got in there. Vanacek didn't play it properly off the end boards, and Roslovic almost had a gift. Would have been the hat-trick goal. We'll take a break. 7:06 to go in the third. 4-2 Oilers lead the Mammoth from the Delta Center in Salt Lake City. It is Four Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network in Salt Lake City. The Edmonton Oilers and Utah Mammoth in the third period with 7:06 to go in the third. 4-2 Edmonton leads. Face off in the Utah zone to the right of Vanacek. Henrique, Jarventi, Jones. Up there with Emberson and Wallman for Edmonton. Stenlund taking the draw for the Mammoth. Puck goes to Cole.
Offensive zone draw. He's got a fourth line on it.
The draw.
You're up by 2. Roll him over.
Let him tie. The puck is up against the end boards. Swung loose at the right point. Emberson, high slot. Jarventi to the right wing corner. It goes in behind the goal. Jones got taken out there by Jersey. Cooley up the right wing. Will get it out to Cole as he gets to center. Shoots it in off the end boards. Wallman, right wing to Jones. Cole putting the pressure on. It's at the top of the circle, right to Emberson. He will get it out. That's past Jersey and down the ice. It'll be icing against Edmonton. 6:21 to go in the third. Oilers up 4-2.
Bouchard's played 20 minutes in this game. He's +3. He's got the 3 assists. McDavid at 17 minutes. So not on pace for a 25-minute game here, but this is an important D-zone draw. You do have Adam Henrique on the ice. He's a veteran centerman. He's at 43% in this game, but on the season he's at 54%. And he got waved out. No, maybe not.
He's still in there. Take the draw against Schmaltz.
He won it.
Puck goes to the left wing corner. And out from behind the net. Wallman up the right wing. That's not going to get out. Keller has it right wing to the right wing point. The shot by Weegar. That was blocked in front of the net. Comes to Weegar, a bouncing puck, keeping it in. On the right wing to Schmaltz. His pass goes through the slot over to the left. Sergachev to the blue line to Gunther. Now over to Weegar on the right. A shot, and that's blocked by Henrique. To the blue line. Gunther. Right wing corner to Keller.
Just don't give this guy the shot, whatever you do.
Keller, cross ice to Sergachev. Tried to get a shot through. That's blocked. Cleared out softly by Jones. Flying after it, McDavid off the bench. Goes to the right wing corner in the Utah end. Dumped it in behind the net. Weegar on the right wing. Will get it out. That's going to be icing. 5:25 to go in the third. Edmonton up 4-2.
Well, the Oilers stayed within their structure and process with their fourth line extended at the end of a shift there. They did a pretty good job, Cam.
They did. Face off to the right of Vanacek. Shots are 24-15 for Edmonton. McDavid to take the draw against McBain. It goes to the left wing point. Bouchard brings it to the middle. Trying to get a shot pass through there. Couldn't get through. It comes to Bouchard. Left wing corner for Savoy. Now to Podkolzin. In behind the net. Out to Bouchard. The shot. It was blocked. Puck on the left wing. Top of the circle. Savoy to Ekholm. Winds up. Doesn't shoot. On the right to McDavid. Gave it to Bouchard on the blue line. Left wing point. Ekholm. Into the corner to Savoy. Behind the net to McDavid. Steps out from behind the net for Bouchard. His shot partially blocked. Just went wide. And it's cleared out past Ekholm. It'll be icing against Utah.
And Bouchard unlucky not to have his 20th goal of the season. But if you're Edmonton, you'll take it. An ozone draw up by 2 here under 5 minutes left.
Feet to the right of Vanacek. Nugent Hopkins, Roslovic, and Hyman out there. With Murphy and Nurse. McBain taking the draw.
Both teams have blocked a ton of shots in this game.
Weegar to the right wing corner, up in the air and out. This won't be hard enough for icing.
The Oilers got 2 blocked shots on one Utah goal.
It's true. A shot in by Roslovic. The double deflection on the Kerfoot goal. Carcone on the left wing. Shovels it out. Nurse inside his own end. Over to Murphy. Murphy up the right wing for Hyman into Utah territory off the right wing boards. And behind the net, Roslovic to Nugent Hopkins. Shot in the pad, saved by Vanacek from the sharp angle. Cole again and out to center ice to Krause. Now to Carcone on the right wing. His shot misses on the short side. Kerfoot to the right wing corner to Marino.
What point do they pull Vanacek here?
That's going to be getting close. Top of the circle. It goes to Schmidt on the blue line. Right point to Marino. Into the right wing corner. Carcone off a stick, and that will go out of play with 3:42 to go here in the third. 4-2. Oilers lead the Mammoth. We'll be right back from the Delta Center in Salt Lake City. It's Sport Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Can an energy provider make you feel carefree? We think so. Because who doesn't
doesn't like to be
surrounded by good energy?
Here at the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. 3:42 to go in the third period. 4-2, Edmonton leading Utah.
I think you're going to see if Utah wins the draw here. Might see the goalie come out.
Face off in the Oilers zone to the left of Jari.
It's a 50-50 split in the face-offs in this game between these two teams.
McDavid against Yamamoto in the face-off circle. It goes to the top of the circle. McDavid pokes it over to Hyman. He's up the right wing, got it out, knocked it in behind Marino, and it's icing.
Come on.
So with 3:32 to go in the third, it'll be another face-off in the Edmonton zone. This time to the right of Jari. David against Cooley. Got a couple of false starts here. All right. That goes off of skates to Marino on the left wing, pointing at a Peterka towards the net, but blocked by Bouchard to McDavid. Up the right wing. Before that got to Hyman. Marino steps in front, comes into the Oilers zone. To the middle to Peterka. To the right. Great save by Jari off of Cooley. He got it with the right pad on a one-time shot, and it's cleared out. Marino in the neutral zone. Through the middle, off of Yamamoto, and in it goes. Bouchard in the right wing corner. So we're up to 3 minutes to go in the third. Edmonton up 4-2. McDavid will get to center ice. Got over center, shot it in. Sergachev forced back by Dickinson. Now to the right. Dickinson still right with him. Through the middle to Gunther. Vanacek's looking to the bench. Now he'll go. It's 6-on-5. Keller from the left wing. Misses Schmaltz with it. It goes around the boards. It came out. Sergachev with it at his own blue line. Gave it to Schmaltz. Kapanen to deal with. We'll just drop it back to Durzi. Durzi on the right to Schmaltz. Cuts to the middle. Now into the Oiler end on the left wing. Stops up to the blue line to Durzi across. One-timer by Keller and a save made by Jari. Nurse will get it to the line. Keeping it in was Durzi. He had to jump. Then he hit Kapanen and it comes out. Keller will bring the puck in. Right wing to Schmaltz. Stops on the right side to the blue line to Durzi. Right wing point to Schmaltz. Fans on a pass. Keeps it in. Right wing corner to Keller. Oilers up 4-2 here late in the third. Over to Gunther. The save by Jari. Held on with 1:44 to go in the third. Hard shot from Dylan Gunther off the left wing with the one-timer.
Do you have Henrique out here to take the draw if you're Edmonton? Or Dickinson. One of the two. Holpin Colson off. Bouchard and Ekholm out there. Nurse having an exchange there with Loss and Krause.
Yeah.
Those two won a World Junior Championship together in 2015. Of course, with Connor McDavid and Curtis Lazar.
Yeah. Face off to the right of Jari. As it's in some skates, it gets to the top of the circle, and Gunther has it left wing point. Down the boards, it hit Bouchard in the shin pads. Comes across the line. Dickinson will get it out at the left wing. Off of Hyman, it goes into the Utah zone. Minute 25 to go in the third. 4-2 Edmonton leads. Utah net empty. Sergachev to Cooley. Cooley coming through center. On the right to Keller. Directs it in. Bouchard jams to the left corner to Ekholm. Around the boards, down the ice. It went up on end. It rolls all the way down. That's icing. 1:05 to go in the third. Faceoff's going to be to the right of Jari. Nope, to the left.
So Dickinson will take this one as well.
Take the draw against Schmaltz. And the puck to the middle. It goes right to Bouchard. And Bouchard will get it out. Here's Hyman with his shot towards the net, but it goes off a skate and wide. We're into the last minute here in the third. Edmonton up 4-2 on the Mammoth. Carcone to center. He'll dump the puck in. Gunther, left wing corner. Couldn't get a pass in front of the net. Blocked by Bouchard. Sent to the line. Sergachev on the right wing. And along the right wing boards, Nugent Hopkins will get it out, but that's also going to be icing. 35 seconds to go here in the third. Face off to the right of Tristan Jarry. McBain taking the draw against McDavid. Top of the circle, Hyman can get it up in the air and out. Won't be hard enough for icing. Sergachev's got to hurry. Nugent Hopkins right there. They go over to the left wing boards, and now Keller gets control. Couldn't get it out. That hit Nugent Hopkins. Sergachev at his own blue line. 20 seconds left through the middle. Off the stick of Krause. Bouchard will wrap it around on the right, but it goes off at Jersey. Won't keep it in. McDavid's got a breakaway with the empty net. McDavid scores! Oilers up 5-2, and Connor McDavid is at 1,200 points.
Evan Bouchard gets his fourth assist. He fended off the forecheck there, got it down the wall. This is the type of game tonight when you're talking about Evan Bouchard. Potentially one day, is he in the mix or not to be in the Norris Trophy? He's got 4 assists. He's +4. He's played a great game defensively, won the puck battle, and the Oilers were able to chip it down the wall. And McDavid, you're not catching him.
So McDavid's second of the night, 40th of the season, as this one's done, and the Edmonton Oilers start off a 2-game road trip with a 5-2 win in Utah against the Mammoth. Congratulate netminder Tristan Jarry as he picks up the victory, and the Edmonton Oilers get the win.
Sea Patrol, we're sailing on the double. Sea Patrol, whenever there's trouble. Sailing on the double.